Namaskar everyone. Let's start the class today. But first, I would like to invite you to introduce yourselves. Please let us know where you're from, which country or city you're from, so we can better cater to your needs. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to do a little bit of stretching in the beginning. It's in some of the stretching in the form of asanas or even koshiki. And then we're going to do some of the asanas that we do usually. These are called Rajati-Raj asanas. They're very useful for your meditation as well as for your general health and well-being, because it affects your endocrine system and affects your immune system. And it also affects your well-being for sure. Let's start. We're going to do some koshiki. I would like to do koshiki because so that it reminds you how to do it properly. And also this time, I would like you to pay attention a little bit more to how koshiki can actually stretch you, and also your breath. And it's a nice form of stretching. I'm going to face you to do, and then I'll turn back in case you're not able to follow the movement. It's always the right side and left. So the arms are up. When the arms are up, just feel that breath. I want you to stop for a while to feel that breath, inhaling, exhaling. You're not straining so much your neck, shoulders relax, arms lengthening upwards. If you can keep close, you keep close. It also depends on the bone structure does not mean that we may be able to keep arms so straight. But try to keep it as straight as you can. Lift up the rib cage, so you're breathing, inhaling, stomach expanding, exhaling, contracting, especially when you're bending forward. Exhale from the belly. So feel that movement of lengthening first. So when you're doing koshiki, you understand lengthening. Okay? So it can be very powerful and quite strong. But if you don't want so much tension, then you just relax a little bit. Otherwise, lengthening. And then to the right. Now you're going to the right. When you're going to the right, you feel that stretch. Gradually, you feel that stretch all the way from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the tip of your fingers. That stretch as you go forward. Now, you don't have to go all the way too much. If you cannot, 45 degrees is more than enough. And then as you come back, inhaling, using your breath to lift you up. It helps very much. Even pressing your feet down, in this case. Lengthening upwards first. Pause. And exhaling to the left side. Feeling that stretch. You see, just doing this alone is a good stretch. And again, inhaling, using the breath. Wait, pushing your feet down. Coming back to center, lengthening. And then the next step is forward bending. Again, head up, lengthening, extending, lengthening. Exhaling, left leg back, down. The leg is kept straight, fine. If not, if you like to put a little bit more weight to your left side so the hip is not twisted, it's forward, and use the strength of your abs to go down. Exhaling. Then maybe you push with your fingers down to the floor, pushing your feet down, giving the extra weight to come up. Do the breath, inhaling, back. Maybe you want to exhale if you have to, and then inhaling back. The extra push. And exhale. Exhaling to the center. You don't have to go all the way back initially. Gradually. Listen to the body and do not strain your muscles too much. Gradually you find you're able to stretch further. And back to the center, and then right, left. Then you continue. Okay? Let me do it this way. We're just going to do a few minutes. And ready? Radiation. Ready, begin. Establish the link with this cosmic. It's all around you. And begin. Right. 1, 2, 3. 1, back. 2. Left. 2, 3. Back. 1, 2. Front. Down. Up. Back. 2. Center. Right. Right. 2. 2, 3, back, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, in, 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 ba, 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 nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam. I'm going to speed up a little bit. 2, 3, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam, baba, nam, baba, baba, nam, baba, ke, valam. Hope that was successful for you. I'm not going to allow you to rest so much today. Just stand for a while in Tadasana and feel the difference in your breath. Try to catch with your breath. Feel the difference in your mind, the coordination of your right and left side of the body. And feel that new feeling of that joy actually in the heart. Feel the difference in your mind, that freedom. Just stand for a while. And open your eyes. You do a little bit of stretching, just inhaling. As you do that, swing your arms. Swinging your arms and lifting and go onto your toes as you do this. Inhale. Just swinging your arms. It's not an effort to lift something up. It's not a lifting up the up weight, but it's to swing the arms. And open up your Anahata chakra. To swing. And it you also soften the neck muscles. Go onto at the same time. You strengthen the muscles of your legs, toes. And opening up your rib cage. Although it's a lot different from the koshiki. Just swing just for a while. You're feeling the muscles right now in your calves, back of your legs. So it's really nice. And just allow your arms to fall and tapping. So you're slapping yourself. Just allowing the flow of your chi or prana in your body. You can hear that. Just relax for a while. You need to move around a little bit to organize the fluid, the flow of the fascia. It's sort of nice to distribute it a little bit in your body. Just for 10 seconds. Just stop for a while. Check with your breath. We're going to do a bit more of a movement today. So you come to the top of your mat. And you want to inhale. You can do right leg up. And exhaling, pushing the front arm, or the left arm, the front arm. So it's a cross lateral. Right leg in front, left arm forward. And then inhale, exhaling the opposite direction. So it's not left and left leg. It's left. If you have left leg, it's right arm. So just like walking. So just don't worry how far you go. I just want you to breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. While you're inhaling, exhaling. Pause. Once you've done the opposite, that means facing that side is the opposite side. Now swing your arms to the other side. Look over your right shoulder. Just going to stretch. And then swing your arms down all the way back to where you were standing, facing before. Stay for a while in that pose. Engage your abs. And inhaling, lifting the other leg, left leg up. And relaxing. And relax for a while. Just stay. I'm going to do the other side. Now, same leg that you lowered, you lift that left leg up. Same leg that you had brought down. Lifting up left leg and right arm push. We're going to do the same. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. Exhaling. Pushing to the front. Now, just stay for a while. And swing. Swing the arm shoulder level to the back, and you're looking over your left shoulder. Stretching the eyes. It's a good stretch for the eyes. It's a good twist as well. And the same. And then lower the arms down. Sweep it to the floor, to the front, and get the arms around and back. Stay in the strong pose. And stretch the arms, holding your torso, the strength of your core muscles. Stretching, feet a bit lower. Then, lifting the right leg up, coming back to where you started originally, and lower, and stay for a while. Feel the flow of the breath, of the chi or prana in the body. Just stay. Just with the weight evenly on the four corners of your feet. Shoulders soften and lengthening. Your knees are not locked. And slowly representing the music is wrong. You need to change the music. Ravindra, music can change. You need to change it. Because I didn't make the loop there. Sorry, you need to change the music. Okay, come back here. Inhale. Exhale. Just change it. And exhale, push. I don't know what it is there. And exhale, push. Yeah, now it's correct. And exhale, push. You need to round your back and come down, rounding your back in what you call almost look like an elephant. And then bring your palms slightly outwards. The back is straight now. Lift the right arm. Feel the stretch on the neck as well. Looking down and getting back up. The stretch on the back of the legs and alternate. The other arm. Looking up, beyond the fingertips, stretching your eyes. Feel the stretch on your neck. Looking down and up again. And release. Walk your fingers to one side, does not matter left or right, maybe to your left side. And twist in that pose. Stay for a while with twisting pose. Feel the stretch on the side of your body. And swinging your arms to the other side. Stretch. Does not matter if your legs are on the side or on your toes, whichever you find a nice stretch you need to give. Stay for a while and feel the stretch. And swing the arms again to the other side. Swing the arms. We'll come back to the other side. A little bit faster. One more. And the other side. Coming back to the center. Like a trailing the ends. The elephant trailing the ends. And scoop that. Get energy from the ground all the way up. Pushing it all the way to the clouds, to the ceiling. And back. Exhaling. Gathering it. Bring that energy all around you. The palms. Back to the center. Below the navel. For a while, feel the difference. Let flow of the energy all around you. Just breath in, just heal. Just I want you to do some symmetric movements. And then the other one. Just a little bit of the symmetric movement. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Stay. We've done this before early in the week. We're going to do that. Swing your arms all the way up. Exhaling. You're going to bend to your left side. If you're facing me, it's the opposite side. Not the mirror image. Just bend to the left. You can turn your arm if you like. Just stay. I'm doing it differently today. Looking in front, looking at one point. If you need to look on the floor, you may, but keep still. Breathing out. And inhale up. Lengthening to the other side. If you're not able to balance, that means maybe you need to widen the space between your feet. You go down if you want, but keep still. Then inhaling, coming up. You may swing your arms or you may not. You may keep the back straight or you may round it a little bit if you like. You will change the seat. Exhaling. So exhale. Closer. You can hold your big toes, or if you can't, just hold any part of your leg. If you need to bend the knees slightly, you may do so. Just the pressure off. And then inhaling, you may bend the knees if you need to, otherwise coming up. And then inhale, you're inhaling up and then exhaling. Inhaling, backward bend, extending. Exhale, coming up. Not pausing in the second one. You're not staying in that one. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling. I'm gonna now face you. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Your left side is opposite of mine. Left side. Inhaling up. Lengthening, exhaling. The other side. Inhaling. Exhaling. From the hip down, or if you're rolling down, make sure that you are not straining your back. Inhaling up, exhale, inhale, and back. Exhaling, just touching, coming up without resting, and releasing. One more time, inhaling, exhaling left, I'm keeping my arms straight and nape. Up, exhaling to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling through my arms, forward bend, you bend from your hip. If you're rolling down, just make sure that you don't injure yourself. Exhaling. Inhaling. We continue inhaling if you can, otherwise exhale and inhale back. Exhaling without resting, coming up, releasing. Stay for a while, and standing pose. Stay in the pose. You can keep it close, depending on your pelvic. Just lifting the back leg up. Give strength to the bones and the muscles and the nerves. So stay focused. You can also look as far as you can. Stretches your eyes. I'm going to do the other side. So first left and right. If you have done the wrong...
To Shavasana. The best.
Okay. So sorry for the disconnection. So you're in Shavasana. Roll up. You can roll all the way up, or you can roll to one side, to the right side. And bend your knees. And with your hands, push yourself up to the sitting position. You'll continue. You notice that some of the poses I did a couple of days ago. I repeated them. And you can practice it at home. We're gonna do this pose called Driva Pranam that we have done. I'm gonna just do 4 rounds of that now. Exhaling, inhale. This is really a very nice pose to strengthen the organs in the body, your abdomen, hips, and your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling. Forehead, tip of the nose on the floor. Inhale, coming up. Now, if not able to keep your arms to your head all the time, you may use your palms, your arms, or your hands to go down. Okay, you may use your hands to go down. And you can swan dive if you can. It helps you to come out. Let me show you, exhaling, up. If it's difficult, it's fine. You can swan dive again, down. Or you're holding, not breathing. And again, if the arms are up, happy. Coming up. So you can still use your arms to come up initially. Gradually find, once the muscles strengthen, it's easier for you to do. Let's continue. Exhaling. Inhaling. Slowly release. Exhale. Inhale out. It's okay now?
Okay.
Okay, so you have done Dirga Pranam. During the lost connection, I think you can continue. You have done that. Let's do the next one. Cobra pose. Let's get onto your front. Sorry about the disconnection because it's quite windy here. So it could be the wind that is disrupting the connection of the Wi-Fi. Just get onto your front. If it's disconnected again, just stay in this position for a while. We're going to do the Cobra pose. Let's bend the knees. If you need support, you can put the blanket under your arms or even the blocks if you need to. I'm going to ask you to come down and just twist to one side. We did quite a bit of twisting, so it's quite easy to get into this pose too. Usually I might just massage the back in case if I have some tension in my shoulder blades. The other side. all I know, you must
Okay,
have
it's good.
boyfriend. Okay, let's continue with the cobra. If you have, I'm so sorry with this disconnection thing because we really cannot control the weather. Let's do some cobra. If you have done it, good. I'm just going to do a couple of rounds of cobra so that for those who have not done, we can do it. Then we're going to finish up with something just in case the weather is getting bad again. But I think it will not. Let's do some cobra pose. Uh, for the beginners, maybe it's easier for you to just lift up a little bit, so you're not straining your back so much. It strengthens the back. You can look at the ceiling, you can turn your head. You don't have to. You can just look up to the ceiling with your eyes, stretching your eyes. And as you exhale, again inhaling. I do this swan dive, so I don't strain my neck so much. Exhale. Do not pinch into your shoulders. Make sure that it's not straining. Adjust it so it's comfortable to go up and down. The tailbone is, what do you call it, downward, so that tilted downward. The muscle of your back, if you need to, you engage it. Otherwise, you relax it. But mostly, you are going forward with your heart. Inhaling, you're staying in the inhalation. And exhaling. Roll the shoulders. You may engage the muscle just below the belly, so it's easy to get into the movement of this pose. Exhaling. For some of us who's more flexible or may go higher, it's perfectly fine. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Do two more, inhaling up. The eyes are open. You roll onto your back with the Shavasana. This is a good pose. Let's roll to the right side. The cobra is a good pose to push yourself up to strengthen the muscles of your triceps. We have time. I'm gonna eat into a little bit into this pose. Take the left leg out. I'm not going to do any repetition, just just a forward bending. If you need to put something at the bottom, you do. You're not straining the back of your legs, you're just relaxing the back of your legs and just come forward into a comfortable position and stay there. We're going to stay for a minute, one leg each time, and that's it. Just want you to do some yin in order to stay relaxed in the pose. If your head is touching, it's fine. If not, you may put a block or a towel or a blanket over it or on it, so you're resting comfortably. If it's not, it's perfectly fine. Stay for a while, and the other foot is just touching the thigh, especially for the ladies, just touching the thighs. And then very slowly come up on the other side. It's okay. Connection. Don't. It's not a competition. Just relax in a relaxed pose. You may put something under the knee if you need to, or some support so you can rest your head over it. I want you to just dive into this relaxing pose.
Stretching of the. Okay,
Spine.
that's good.
Yes. Let's continue with yoga mudra. Okay, we'll finish up 4 rounds and massage and shavasana. The weather is not so good. I will answer those questions you have. We apologize for this disconnection and all that. Stay, please. We will reply to your questions as well. So let's finish up with yoga mudra. 4 rounds. Inhale, exhaling, going forward, bring the forehead towards the floor. If it touches the floor, it touches. If it doesn't, does not matter. We place a block, something on it if you like. And inhale, come up. Some of us would ask me, do we hunch our back? Do we round the back? Now, in some cases, it's easier for them to do the back rounded. Like now, I'm not doing it so straight, but I still feel the effects. Except that it's much more relaxing the back. Inhale. It does use a lot of your core muscles. Exhale. Some of us may feel it's much more tense on the muscles if you go forward. If you go forward, forehead, Didi with your heart, chest, down. Let's do 2 more rounds since connection is there. It's a really nice pose to calm the mind and revitalizes the spine as well. Let's do massage. Like your palms, eyes, and scalp. And scalp. We're just going to do to each. Or you could do this. Left side. Massaging the shoulders, armpit. I mentioned in the last class about the effects of massage. It really helps the lymph flow in the body because it depends on the action of the muscles. So when we massage, if there's movement even in asanas we do, these movements or even exercise, it assists this special flow of lymph, the lymph nodes. I'm doing a little bit fast today. Into Nisara Mudra. If you need to, you can do inhale and exhale. The videos are available after the program as well for you to play again and do the classes. The left side pumping. Connection is okay. We didn't expect the connection because of the weather maybe. So go right side. And for those who was not here last class, watch that class. It's about massage, and I've done it a bit slower so all of you can follow how to do the massage properly at home. lie down, Shavasana. I'm going to do about 3 minutes, 3 minutes of Shavasana. I'm not doing any guided, not long guided Shavasana. So cover yourself if you need to, so you are not going to be cold during the practice. You need to commit yourself to stillness, so bring yourself to a comfortable position, not wearing your glasses. Cover yourself if you need to, and make sure you're not touching anything around you. And completely relax your mind, your body. If your breath is calm, and quiet. Relax the entire body. Feel as you inhale, exhale. Your mind and breath and body completely relaxing. Letting go of all the tension, the weight to the ground. Breath lengthening, deepening. A sense of relief and peace. Toes, arch of the feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, back your sacrum area, lower back, middle back, upper back, spine, shoulder blades, shoulders, the abdomen, the organs in the abdomen. Feel them relaxing. Chest, inhaling, exhaling. Shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, thumbs, fingers. Neck, back of the neck, front of the throat. The jaws, facial muscles, ears, nose, eyes, eyebrows, temples, forehead, scalp, top of the head. Inhaling, exhaling. Ready? Exhale. Again to make small movements. Wiggle the fingers, toes. And give you stretch whichever you, however you want. Begin to move the joints. Knees to the chest. Just roll side to side if you need to. And get ready to roll to one side. Roll to the side where your breath is predominant, or to the right side, whichever you prefer. And when you're ready, with your hands, push yourself up to the sitting position. Just stay for a while, be organized. The difference in our breath and calmness to the mind. The effects of the asanas that we have done, practices, the movements, the warm-ups. It's important to keep the body healthy and clean because the body is the mirror through which you see the world. I hope this practice has helped you. Thank you. Bring your palms together in Namaskar position. Thank you, Namaskar. I'm going to answer some questions. Is that okay?
Today it's not a lot of questions.
No problem, yeah.
User has lost it.
Lost it, the questions, huh?
The connection. No, I mean, there is...
Do you have any questions? No, no many is okay.
It's like, Namaskar Didi, could you make videos on Bhakti?
Bhakti?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second question, what is the best asana before Kaushiki or Kaushiki before?
Okay. I want to answer those questions, and I also want to address the question that I answered the last class. I'm not sure if the viewer is still here. It's about breathing. What are my thoughts about left side nostril breathing when you do asanas? Now, I mentioned about, the left side nostril will be breathing when you do asanas. In fact, when you do, because it's inner sizes, so gradually, even if your left side will be breathing. Yes, it's important. At the same time, when we start asanas, it's not a necessity that you should be breathing from the left side because like the three basic asanas and some other poses that we have, postures, there are no requirements that the left nostril should be breathing. You should be breathing from the left nostril, then you can do. No, it's not. But by doing those asanas, actually you can eventually also develop that the left side is also breathing. So so that means not necessary that you should be breathing from the left side only, then you can do your asanas. You can also do asanas when it's not, especially the three basic asanas where you start with, or with some movements, you gradually find that both the left nostril will be breathing. So yes, when you do asanas, you find that the left nostril is more predominant, or rather both sides are also breathing. And it's necessary that the left is breathing when you are doing asanas. Now the question about what poses to do, which one to do, koshiki or asanas, right? Is it? The question is about whether to do koshiki or asanas first.
Yes.
Now, I start with koshiki. Also, one of the reasons is so that you are familiar to do how to do koshiki. That's one of the reasons. But I find that it's a good form of stretching. Today, especially, I explained quite clearly about the stretches. If you pay attention to it, you can actually, and you do slow or even you do fast, depending on what you want to achieve. You find that it really gives a nice, that gradual extension of flexibility. Okay, at the same time, it's strengthening the muscles, it tones out the muscles very much. So it's not just one way. There are a few different all the ways to train the fascia is incumbent in the koshiki practice. The different ways of training the fascia, that you elastic, the viscosity and all that, the different ways to stretch your fascia. And I find you can find it in koshiki dance. So when to do, you can do koshiki after asanas even. Like for example, if you're doing standing asanas, you can do koshiki after that. And it's good to do massage after koshiki as well, because you do produce that sebaceous glands do produce the secretion, and so you can do after your asanas. But usually, if it's an evening asana, you are more calm. You don't want to go koshiki. But depends. If you're doing slowly, it can be also very calming and effective enough. The choice is yours. I've done koshiki before and after. Generally, I may do it as a form of stretching when I need some movement, and in the evening, it can be done after asanas as well, or before. Koshiki, I found that koshiki is very helpful to do. It can be done anytime, and it sort of listens to your rhythm of the body, what you need. Someone was telling me that I did koshiki in the morning, I have different effects, and when I do in the evening, she had different effects. She was ready to sleep. So depending on the time that you do, I find that it's naturally caters to what the body needs as well. So yeah. Okay, anything else? That's all.
And there was a question like, could you make videos on bhakti?
What? Which one?
Just bhakti.
Oh, bhakti, huh?
Bhakti,
devotion.
yeah.
On devotion.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Okay, I'm going to make some videos actually, but we are looking at when we're going to relaunch these videos, and what topics I'm going to cover. So I will take that in consideration and see when we can come up with some of the videos that may be suitable, uh, that you want to hear. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for being here. Please, you can play the videos again, and I mean the videos, yes, again and again to practice at home. Although the classes will be once or twice a week, maybe. From next week onwards, we'll do twice a week. Yet you can play the videos again to see how these asanas are done.
There's also one question. Didi, what asana can I do for the part where the leg connects with the hip? I have slight pain on the left side when sitting down.
Okay. What asanas I can do where they connect?
Yeah, slightly
Yeah.
pain when the person is sitting down, and the pain is in the part where the leg connects with the hip.
This
So
part.
it might be gluteus.
Yeah. Well.
Or TFL.
Depends. The TFL is here, so it depends on what you're doing. It's not just that area. If you can, the movement can be. If you're doing some of these movements, even it may help to release some of the tension. That depends on the problem. Is it the pain? Is it the bone is touching to the bone that is giving the pain, or is just muscle pain? If it's muscle pain, the pain will go away if you're doing some stretching and all that. I mean movements, surely it will go away. Otherwise, you have to see which area of that the pain is coming from, whether it's sharp pain or not. Generally, Kaushiki may help, and some of the asanas may help. Even this area is that I need to see which area it is also. some of the seating poses that we have. If you're sitting, if you're pressing,
inside, I don't know.
if you're pressing onto it, could be the bone is pressing to it. If you are, if it's tension, that means it's pulling it away. So you have to see. Then by your stretching, you may relax the muscle, and that the tension is released. But if it's compression, then you need to see if you're sitting on something that is causing, that cannot be released by your exercises. Okay. Is that all?
And there is last question. Didi, can you do asanas after food?
After food is not advisable because your you're eating, your food needs to be digested. But you can do asanas. What, like now I'm sitting Vajrasana. You can sit in Vajrasana. This is also a pose, not as a form of not those asanas where you are where you need preferably, of course, not after eating, because the food needs to be digested 2-3 hours or 4 hours depending on how much you've eaten. But there are poses where, like this Vajrasana, it's good to do. It helps you in digestion. Second, coming up onto it also helps with digestion. So these are the poses you can do. But other than that, to exercise, to do the serious asana, what we have done today, it's not advisable. You need to leave some time before that. And also, remember we talked about the nostril breathing. And that's why when you, after eating, usually the right nostril is predominant because you have to digest the food. But then as you do your asanas, some asanas you can do to help digest the food, like Utkatta Vajrasana, for example, the Thunder pose, and that can digest your food very, very fast. So if you have digested the food enough, yes, it's possible. Otherwise, it's better to give some time so that food doesn't, the blood doesn't rush. So you allow the digestive system to do its work after eating. Okay. So like I said, thank you very much. Please, you can watch the videos again to practice these asanas if you're not familiar with them. And I do different warm-ups also, so you can enjoy the different form of warm-ups for the asanas. And see you next week. All right. Thank you very much. Namaskar.